Hello and welcome to Glass Half Full Reviews, TV edition. Today, I'm going to be reviewing and breaking down Louie, Season 4, Episodes 5, 6, and 7, which cover some, but not all, of the Elevator Saga. I'll be completing it next time, but for now, I thought I'd focus on these 3 episodes and just sort of talk about some of the ideas, themes, and hilarious bits that we get to see in these 3 episodes. Let's get started. The Elevator Saga is ostensibly about Louie's whirlwind romance with Amiya, a relationship based on emotions and connection, but throwing aside language and sexual release. But there is another subplot running through those episodes, and I'm not talking about Hurricane Jasmine Forsyth. I'll get to that later. The saga began as a look into Jane and her collapsing of dreaming and waking, but then the elevator halted. For a brief moment, time halted as well. Poor Louie. His daughter is infuriated with school.
They don't know how to tell me anything I need to know, and they don't know anyway, and they lie.
And complains about Columbus being a murderer, or God not being on the news. 2 explicitly and diametrically opposed philosophies. Although she seemingly accepted reality as is, she's accepted it too harshly and shamed a teacher.
I clutched her skirt and tore it off, and everyone could see her underwear.
And now, Louie's ex-wife wants Jane sent to private school, leading to a hilariously honest arguing tactic from Louie.
I know that.
What?
I know I'm out of line.
That honesty leads into the elevator opening, and Louie getting a chance to spend time with Amiya in a beautiful montage, although he still seems to have issues holding hands. This is when the branch occurs. This is when Louie has to make a decision that he never thought he'd get a chance to make. Pamela reappears from nowhere, literally kicking Louie's ass and asking for a relationship. But when Louie demurs, Pamela thinks he's joking.
No one wants to be with you, Louie. Stop lying.
Remember this for later. Miscommunication and misunderstanding leads to Louie abandoning hope and destroying a musical instrument. But it was all an error. And soon Jane apologizes, transitioning into another lovely scene where she speaks Hungarian to Amiya and plays the violin with her. It's almost absurdly sweet and joyful, and a woman that fits exactly into what Louie seems to need from someone. Yet we see his struggle, turning to Dr. Bigelow again for advice.
Do you know the only thing happier than a 3-legged dog? A 4-legged dog.
Despite this surly man finding Louie's problems boring, something we'll get back to later. And then the hurricane appears with exaggerated warning.
Weather guy, what can we expect from Jasmine Forsyth now that Cuba's gone?
Well, now, Cuba is not technically gone. It's still there, but it's under the ocean now.
This immediately transitions into domestic bliss with Amiya and the kids, because the hurricane is a metaphor. After all, how does he react in the therapist's office? Louie is emotional, Janet is practical, so we hear. That conflict already had Louie pondering his time with Amiya, yet his wife says,
Oh, somebody's in love.
But then she doesn't get the point if Amiya is leaving. Louie sets her straight, although it'll confuse him later.
You know, Janet, sometimes you're supposed to be sad.
And then it happens. An unexpected and brilliant twist. Janet and Louie, as a young couple, realizing it's over. Or is it? Except that despite this epiphany...
Oh, I am so glad I'm divorcing you.
She's a bag for me to
That's who you are?
have sex with.
They are about to screw, and then screw themselves over.
What if, just now, you got pregnant?
They had such plans, such wild ideas.
Because we can do whatever we want now. You could go to Africa.
Hey, you can go be a comedian.
You hate my comedy, don't you?
But only one of them has done it, has succeeded. And we all know who that is. These next 3 episodes set up the final loss and triumph of the season. When we get to the next 3 episodes, the hurricane metaphor collapses in on itself, subtitles are overrated, and the elevator saga concludes. As a last note, particular mention must be paid to young newcomer Connor O'Malley as a young Louie. Because this guy...
So are they gonna do something?
No.
...was perfect. And don't ignore how Janet is white, because this is just Louis C.K. messing with us, as I'll get to later. These episodes are complex and interconnected. They are such fun to watch. I'll see you next time for episodes 8 through 10. Thanks for stopping by.